In this video, we'll be discussing theme statements and how to correctly write one. If you haven't had a chance yet, go back under the theme statement category of this website and view the tutorial on how to write a proper theme statement. If you have seen that video, you'll know that we started off with this particular prompt. Discuss the ideas developed by the text creator in your chosen text about how individuals perceive themselves and the impact of this perception on others. We discussed there how your perception, in this case self-importance, often leads to alienation. We created a theme statement. When an individual perceives that his or her needs are more important than another's, he or she often alienates those closest the most painfully. To write a thesis statement, you follow a similar formula, except that you need to be specific to the text you're talking about. While the theme statement may be universal and apply to multiple texts, your thesis statement will be written only for a specific topic for a specific writing assignment. The basic formula for thesis statement writing is as follows. In the genre, where you indicate what type of text it is, the title, remembering to put quotation marks around poems, short stories, and songs, while underlining novels, plays, and films. The author develops the idea that, and here is where you will integrate your theme statement, the one we previously generated. That typically is the end of your thesis statement. This next piece is really about laying the roadmap for how you will go about arguing your particular essay. We'll get back to this in a little bit. But basically, you would add on a sentence either at the beginning, up here, or at the end as we've done here, to give your thesis statement that extra bit of direction. And we'll talk about from, through, to in a moment. So let's use our Toy Story example from the previous video. Here, all I've done is added in the genre, the title, and the director. So our theme statement becomes in the film, our thesis statement becomes in the film Toy Story, John Lasseter develops the idea that when an individual perceives that his or her needs are more important than another's, he or she often alienates those closest the most painfully. Now, taking our loose thesis statement from the previous slide, we need to tweak it so that it becomes more specific to the text. Remember, a theme statement should be broad and general. A thesis statement should be specific. So here you'll notice, rather than the last slide when I said, when the individual, we have changed and entered the actual individual's name. So now our thesis statement becomes, in the film Toy Story, John Lasseter develops the idea that when Woody the cowboy perceives that his needs are more important than Buzz Lightyear's, he alienates his closest friend the most painfully. The next step that we're going to talk about is how to narrow your focus. We'll be discussing how, if you're writing a full essay, you would need to consider what your first body paragraph, your second body paragraph, and your third body paragraph might involve. We'll use the model of from, through, to outline our points. This you will find in our next tutorial video.